So first off, thanks very much for the invitation to present on the House of the Oireachtas digital transformation journey. Delighted to be able to give an update this evening. So I have a number of slides to get through, so I'll get straight into it. So the Oireachtas digital transformation journey began back in 2018, and at a high level, the overarching goal of the Oireachtas digital transformation is to create an open and accessible Oireachtas for all, transformed by intuitive, collaborative and integrated digital solutions. I think it's fair to say we can characterize our organization as one that is moving from siloed systems, paper-based processes, duplicated data entry and manual effort and repetitive work, to an organization that shares data, streamlines processes, enters data once and shares multiple times, and works in a collaborative way. So as you can see here on this slide, there are 8 transformation programs which comprise the overall Oireachtas digital transformation program. So I'm going to actually speak to one of those programs today, give a sense of our recent accomplishments and our future developments under the Digital Parliament program. So if I move forward here, this slide is it's quite a busy slide, but I think it gives a really good overview of the work completed to date under each of the 4 work streams you can see on screen now. And you know, this is the 4 work streams within the Digital Parliament program, and you can also get a good sense of the integration between each as well, between each of the work streams. So I know it looks quite busy, but there we go. So you can see there are 4 work streams: Dáil Business, Chamber Business, Aisling and committees. So if we start off in Dáil Business, so all the modules within the Dáil Business work stream have gone live, with the culmination being the go live of the digital order paper in Q4 of 2021. And the digital order paper replaced the printed order paper that had been in existence for almost 100 years. So this was a highly visible and significant value point for the organization. The next work stream on the right hand side is the members portal, or Aisling as it is called in Irish, and this work stream refers to the members portal being developed for members of both houses of the Oireachtas and their staff. The Chamber Business work stream refers to the systems that are used to manage, record and display the live proceedings in the House. And the final work stream along the bottom, committees, relates to the work undertaken for our committee meetings. So I suppose the one thing to note here is that once all of these solutions are developed and deployed, we will have full end-to-end integration of our procedural items moving through the House. So from an items creation in one of the parent modules, for instance, the motions module, right the way through to the official record of the House, the journal, that will be full integration for procedural items. So I think it'd be good just to chart the journey of, say, a motion moving from its creation in the parent module all the way through. So on the left hand side you see motions. Motions are created in the motions module. Once created there, they're translated, the STL translation service. They are reviewed in the Dáil Business Manager by the relevant staff, and once satisfied, it's published to the digital order paper. Once on the digital order paper, the item of business is scheduled to be taken in the House on the Business Committee report module. That's a scheduling module, and from there then it appears in the Chamber Business system and moves through the House. So as it progresses through the House, it's visible on digital signage. It's visible in Aisling. So once that journey then comes to completion on the digital clerk sheet, which it's a module that hasn't yet been developed. It will be in the next number of years, but essentially all the decisions on an item of business will be recorded on the clerk sheet, and then from the clerk sheet they will end up in the journal, the official record of decisions made in the House. So I think it's clear to see from this slide, although busy, it gives a sense of the full integrated workflow and the improved data management at play, and we're very much moving away from the previously mentioned siloed work that was a characteristic of the organisation prior to the digital transformation beginning. So that was a very, very quick high-level overview of the digital transformation generally and the Digital Parliament programme. But I now want to focus in on some recent accomplishments in the last 12 months or so across 3 of the work streams in the Digital Parliament programme. So as you can see on this slide here, Aisling, or the members portal. Aisling is Irish, but in English it's a members portal. What is Aisling? Aisling is an online portal for members of both houses. The goal of Aisling is to act as a digital one-stop shop for members where they can manage all of their parliamentary business in one location. So really what we're trying to do here, the intention is to provide for a streamlined service delivery to members through a single online platform. And as a result of doing that, we'll reduce the reliance on email. And we're very aware via feedback from members that they are becoming overwhelmed with email traffic, and it's becoming a much less efficient way of doing business. So the development of Aisling will assist in that regard. The delivery of Aisling is being completed on a phased basis. So there'll be new features and services added to the platform periodically. So if we just move on, I'll give you a sense of the design. I have a few screen grabs in here just to give you an idea of what the members portal actually looks like. So as I said, Aisling is being delivered on a phased basis with additional features being added periodically. So phase 1, the platform itself was launched, and phase 1 was released to members in October 2022. Phase 1 allowed for members of both houses to submit questions called topical issues or commencement matters to the chairperson of each house, and that was done via the new platform. So with the new members portal, the question submitted goes in real time to the relevant department and the back offices, and members receive real-time in-module notifications of the chairperson's decisions, i.e. if their question has been selected to be taken in the chamber or not. You can also see from the screen grab here that there is an archive functionality. So for the very first time for topical issues and commencement matters, an archive will hold all submitted items for every member in the one location, and we receive very strong and positive feedback from members on that feature. And thankfully, we've had really strong uptake in terms of the usage of the platform since it went live late last year, which is very positive as well. So again, on a phased basis, the Parliamentary Business Calendar went live and was made available to members in May of this year. And the calendar provides members and their staff with a new and dynamic view of the weekly schedule and weekly calendar. So you can see from the design in front of you that there's key information here relating to schedules, committees, PQ deadlines, bill amendment deadlines. So that's all here. And again, for the first time, it's in the one location. So members don't have to be going to different sources to get information relating to all of this. So again, positive feedback since this went live in May of this year. If I move on, this is the Aisling dashboard. As I say, we've only had 2 phases go live to date. Phase 3 will be committee live updates, and this phase will allow for dynamic information relating to live proceedings in all the committee rooms to be pushed out to the platform. So you can see along the top there on the green bar running across the top, there's committees and 5 ongoing meetings. So basically information relating to the committee meeting, the time it starts, if it's delayed, if there's a vote call, the quorum call, all of that information will be available to members via the platform here. And if I just go forward to the next slide, you'll see on the right hand side there's a live broadcast. So members of committees will be able to view a live broadcast for all the committee meetings in the platform as well, if they so choose, which we feel would be, a big benefit for them, and draw them in to the platform and keep them there. Phase 4 of the release for Aisling is Dáil live updates. The Dáil is one of the Houses of Parliament here in Ireland. So similar to phase 3, phase 4 will provide for dynamic live updates from the chamber to be pushed out to the members portal. So as you can see here from the design in front of you, again along the top, Mary Lou MacDonald leaders' questions are currently ongoing, and you can see that there's also a speakers list tile visible there on the left hand side. So if I go to the next slide, members will be able to view the live broadcast and be able to view the dynamic schedule, which will update thanks to the Chamber Business System. This will be a dynamic schedule and update depending on the progress through the House of certain items of business. And again, this will be visible here in the members portal. You'll also have information relating to any votes being called or quorum calls as well. So all this information will be made available via the members portal. And one final thing to note on the next releases in Aisling, phase 5, which is a future release, will be for parliamentary questions. So you see the middle tile there, PQ oral sessions. Again, this is just the design, but I think that project is currently at BRD stage. The requirements are almost complete on that. So it's a significant project in itself that will ultimately allow members to submit and manage all aspects of parliamentary questions via the Aisling platform. So I think you can get a sense of the work we've completed in the members portal over the last 12 months, and indeed the roadmap for the next 12 months and beyond, with the next phases that are scheduled for release. But while the platform is at present in its relative infancy, there are only 2 phases live. We do feel that, and the expectation is that over time, as more and more services and features are added to the platform, it will become the go-to place for all aspects of parliamentary business. So if I move on to the Chamber Business Workstream, again from that slide at the start of the presentation, Chamber Business Workstream, this relates to the Chamber Business System, which will provide for pre-chamber and in-chamber management of all parliamentary work items moving through the House as scheduled in the scheduling module. So business process testing has actually begun on this already, began recently in the last month or so. And this is just give you a sense of what it will look like. So as soon as the business committee report module or the scheduling module circulates the schedule of business, the items will integrate with the Chamber Business System and will populate as per the screen here in front of you. So you can see running horizontally across, there are 6 tabs. So there's a details tab, standing orders relevant to the item of business, rulings of the chair, notes, and division timer. And you'll also note there's a speaking list tab. So I just want to delve a little deeper into the speaking list tab because it's a really important element of the Chamber Business System, and it facilitates the dynamic update of the schedule. So as you can see here on screen, a clerk in the chamber will be able to start, pause, restart, whatever the case may be on an item of business. So for instance, if a speaker finishes their contribution before their allocated slot time has expired, or conversely, if they go over their allocated slot time, all the timings for subsequent speakers, for subsequent speaking slots, I should say, will dynamically update, and the schedule timings will dynamically update too. So this is a real game changer for us in terms of capturing and making available a dynamic real-time view of items moving through the House to a broad number of stakeholders, which we will do via digital signage. So again, this is another project that has being developed, is in development, and we will look to go live with digital signage next year once the Chamber Business System is in situ. So a significant benefit of the Chamber Business System is that once it's live, we will for the first time be able to push out data and information relating to the live proceedings of the House to key stakeholders in the form of digital signage. So as you can see here in front of me on screen, this is one of the templates, one of the in-chamber templates that will be seen when an item is progressing through the House. So you have topical issues is in progress. You can see a couple of items of business subsequent to that item, and on the right-hand side you can see the speakers list. So via the clicks of the clerk in the chamber, they'd be managing these items as they move through the House. Dynamic and real-time information relating to the daily schedule and relating to speakers will be visible not only in the chamber as it is here, be visible via this template, but also visible around the campus. So this is a template that will be visible to anyone on campus, members, staff, or visitors. So this really adds value to the work of the clerks in the chamber. We have all that information now in the Chamber Business System, and we'll be able to push it out to digital signage, and it'll better inform key stakeholders all over the campus. So just in terms of this slide, you can see along the top a division has been called. Divisions will be visible on digital signage. Division called at 9:45. The bells will ring for 6 minutes. Doors will lock after the bell's end, 4 minutes after the bell's end, I should say. You can see there's a live broadcast in progress bar, and you can see the item of business. And again, on the right-hand side, there's a speakers list. So all this information relating to the proceedings in the House would be based on a single reliable source of truth, i.e. the clerks in the chamber. So, as discussed earlier, the Chamber Business System and digital signage will form part of a key once, use many times philosophy, really, and we'll be able to fully leverage valuable data by reusing it in various formats. So as we've seen, we can use this type of data by pushing it out to digital signage, the members portal, and of course the website, which is primarily used by members of the public. So if I move on to committees, so again, one of the work streams that we've seen in the earlier slide. So a lot of work has been done and completed to date under the committee.
Just to conclude, please, we're a bit over time. If you can conclude.
Yeah, I'll be finished in literally 1 minute. Yeah. So this is the committee's committee schedule, committee admin, and committee in meeting. They're all live. Task manager, committee task manager, committee decision manager, and the committee portal are all due to go live in 2025. And then the final slide here is again, it's from the committee in meeting module. As a result of the data captured in that module, we'll be able to push information relating to committees out to Oireachtas and to digital signage, which of course will better inform a number of stakeholders around the campus. So I moved very quickly through that. There's a lot in it. I've moved really quickly through it, but I think you can get a sense of the scale of what we're doing, really transforming how we work and how we better serve our key stakeholders, be it in the chamber, committee rooms, around the campus, and of course, assisting members with